Hello guys, hope you people are doing great and welcome to my channel as part of Microsoft SQL Server lessons. And I am Lokesh and I'm working as a software engineer and my technology stack SQL, Power BI and data science. And I'm a Microsoft certified professional on Power BI as well. Let's get started with today's session. In today's session, we will see what are the different types of tables in SQL. When we are dealing with your business logics and you will gonna come up with different kind of table alignments. So there are different kind of table alignments in SQL Server. You need to understand which one to use at what time. Okay, so let's get started. Once you open the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, it will gonna point to master database, but you need to set up to your own database. Okay, here I'm gonna set up to my own database, which is in my case it is MySQL DB. In your case it's your own database which you have created just before. Yes, I set my Management Studio to MySQL DB, my own DB. Okay, let's see what are the different type of tables in SQL. First of all, before going to look at the various types of SQL Server, first of all you need to understand every query results a table in SQL. What does it mean? If you execute a select star from query, or if you execute union operators in between, whenever you execute a select statement, then obviously it will give you a table structure for you. Okay, so in that case it is important to know what are the different kind of tables we have in SQL Server. Okay, first one is a basic kind of table, which is you have to create here. You have to create on your own. Before that you need to set your database and you need to create that one. In my case it is MySQL DB and go. Okay, so if I create this table, then obviously it will come and sit over here in MySQL DB. If you see now, I just refresh it. Have you seen any sample table over here? No, you cannot, because I didn't create it. But the moment once I create this sample TB, then obviously it will gonna points here in my database in tables. Okay, it will stay forever unless I drop this table. Just remember this point. It will stay forever here in my database unless I delete it. Okay, the reason why I'm stressing this point, because you will gonna see different kind of table structures, but they will gonna disappear once this session will close, and we will gonna see one by one. Okay, so I just want to create this table, create table, table name, and I got 3 columns with different data types. Okay, just create, no need to worry, we will gonna drop this table. You want to see the table over here, you need to just refresh it. Okay, because just now we created. You see here DBO is a database object. Obviously all the tables, if you don't have any schema before it, then obviously it points to DBO. And if you miss my fundamentals on creating tables and databases and modifications and tables, and please go back and check my previous videos, and it's amazing. So this sample table, unless I drop it, it will still stay here. Okay, even though I close this session, but it's still here, right? But there are other kinds of table, it will not like that. Okay, but so currently we just drop the table, drop table sample DB, because you already saw the functionality of this table. This is common table, you have to create it, and depending on your business information you store, you have to create a table and you need to store the data, and if there is no use of that particular table, you have to drop this table as well. Okay, because no need to waste the data storage. Okay, the second table is called derived table. What is the meaning of derived table? So derived table is nothing but, first of all I will decode this table. You have select star from employee data. Okay, So this is a table. It will obviously gives you a table because I have created already employees data as a table. Okay. Now if I write a query like this, select all these same names from this table name as a, referred as a. Okay, so let me better write this one for you rather than telling you like that. Select star from employee data. Okay, whatever, just take employee data. Okay, you have an employee data like that, right? Control E. Okay, you got employee data. How to make this one as a derived table? Okay, so first of all, I will write another select statement, select star from employee data. Okay, employee data, and here I took only few. Okay, serial name and salary, that's all. Okay, but what I'm doing here, I'm just taking all these two columns from this table, right? Now what I'm doing is I will just delete this one because this is a table, right? This is also a table. Now what I'm doing is from this one as a table, I'm just making this select star from table name as my reference table. Okay, now I'm taking this serial name salary from this table. Okay, that is the reason why I use select rather than star serial name and salary from this table. Okay, but I need to, why it is showing me some red color marks here? Because there is no reference for this serial name and salary. Even though I'm taking from this one, it is not a specific name. I just put it in a bracket, that's all. What I have to do is I have to mention this one as a table, give some name as a arbitrary name. It's an arbitrary name, it's a sample table. Okay, so now I have to take these two from this table. Okay, obviously you can execute this query. Yes, you will get. Okay, or you can write this as well, like this. You have to mention sample sample table dot sample table dot sname, because once you mention sample table, it means you're referring this one as a table name. That is the reason why it will show you intelligent sensor for you in order to take columns. Okay, sample table dot, the moment when you press dot, it will show you salary. You can change it from here. I just want to change it to job. Okay, now it will works perfectly fine. Okay, Control E. See, means this is a kind of table. It is called derived table. Okay, means this is the original table and you're deriving your columns from this one again. Okay, making as a table. That is called derived table. And the third one is a table variable. How to use this table variable? Especially this table variable works with a select statement. You cannot use this table variable without the select statement. All this group works as a bunch. Okay, so in my previous videos I covered the data types in SQL. What are the different types of data types that SQL offers for you? But in that you haven't seen this table as a keyword. This table means it is also a different kind of a data type which SQL offers. Especially this table which we use in table variable. Okay, how to mention the table variable? In our previous video, of course in this video as well, I showed you how to create a table. The same like here also, you need to create a table variable while declaring it. I'll just show you the comparison. Create table, just a basic table. Create table, table name something, Mongo. Okay, but here what you're doing, you're just declare at the rate of table variable. You have to mention at the rate over here in order to say this table variable, at the rate table variable as table as a data type. Now it will take all these parameters. Okay, so what you're doing now here is you're declaring a table as a normal table and inserting into this table variable select star from this data. Okay, I have a data in employee data, so I'm just transferring this data to this table variable. Okay, and I'm just selecting the table variable. How long this table variable stay? Unless I execute this query. Once I execute this query and once I revoke it, then it will gone. Okay, means this table variable applicable only for this execution time. Once execution time was done, it kills. You cannot see this table variable over here. It will not sit in your database because this is purely used for functional purpose. That's it. Okay, if I execute this query, then obviously it will, this data is inserted into this table and you can access this table by using select star from table variable. Okay, let's execute this query and you see the data, right? What if you execute this query just without select statement? Okay, let's see what will happen. It will not work. 9 rows affected, but where is your data? Right? In order to access, you need to access this particular table variable along with entire set. Okay, if you access only select statement alone, it will not work. See, you must declare a table variable. It will show you you must declare. You already declared here, but what is the point here if you select only select statement alone? Because it will not store in your database. Then how can your management studio will retrieve the data from this one? So that is the reason why you need to execute entire this declaration of variable, table variable, and inserting data into it and select star from all these together, then it will work. Okay, that's one kind of a table. And we have the most important temp tables. Okay, so generally all these temp tables are used in calculations. Okay, so what is the meaning of temp tables? As the name suggests, these are temporary tables which will create and disappear depending on the functionality, which means you have local temp tables and global temp tables. The local temp tables are designed with single hash. Okay, you can remember with this single slash. If you see any kind of table with this single slash, then it means it is a temp table which is especially belong to local temp table. If you mention 2 hash marks, then it represents the global temp table. What is the use of this local temp table and global temp table? Obviously for the calculations, mostly we use the local temp tables. But what is the difference between the local temp tables and global temp tables? Local temp tables can access only within the session. You cannot access these local temp tables out of this session. What is the session? Session means this particular query editor is called one session. If you change it to another query, or if you create a new query window, then it will be another session. These are the session IDs. You can see here it is a 57 and here it is 52 and here it is 60. Each query window is differentiate with the session IDs. Okay, so you need to remember that one. So let's create a local temp table and let's see what will happen. Okay, if we create a local temp table, okay, successfully created, and just execute this query, Control E. Yeah, of course you don't have any data, but you have just a schema, table schema, right? No problem. Now I told you you can access only within the session. In this session, until you close this session, you can successfully access this my local temp table. Okay, if you want to see this table, you can just refresh the system databases, go here, go to temp DB and go to tables, go to temporary tables. Okay, see, I have my local temp table here. Generally the temp tables will create in temp DB in temporary tables. So this is the way it look like: dbo dot slash my hash mark my local temp as a table, and it will give you some ID like this. Okay, so try to add this try to access this temp table out of the session. Okay, so go to another session, suppose go to this 60 session and try to access that one. Okay, select star from hash my local what is the name, my local temp, right? Just copy this name and go here and execute this one. Okay, try to access this one, control E. Okay, control E, see, invalid object name my local temp. Okay, so if you create a global temp table, you can access this global temp table within the session and outside of the session as well. Okay, even though you close this session, but you can still access this my local temp DB if you create with a global rating. Okay, just try to create this table as well, control E, as you created, and execute this query. Just selecting schema. Okay, I can select the schema very successfully within the session, but what happens if I go outside of this session and will execute the query? Then let's see what will happen. What happened? It's not gonna change. Yeah, try to select star from this one with the double hash. Okay, try to execute this one, because as it has a global permission, so global temp DB, yeah, you can access. See, we created only schema, and don't worry about the data inside it. Of course you can, if you want to insert the data, you can insert, but the main objective of creation of these local and global temp tables, in order to clear the idea on it, how can you access them and how can you not access them within the session and out of the session as well. Okay, so just coming to my old session. MySQL DB. Okay, so that's it from my end today. So hope you guys understand all these concepts regarding to the tables. With this video, I covered what are the different kind of tables in SQL. That is, one is basic tables, which will create once and until you drop it will stay in your database, and second one is a derived table, and third one is a table variable, and fourth one is the temp tables, both local and global, and where you can access local and where you can access global temp tables as well. Okay, so these are very useful while dealing with the querying, because sometimes depending on your business logics, while you're writing queries, you need to create sometimes a temp tables, and sometimes you need to go for derived tables and all. So it is always better, while we are going before stored procedures and functions to T-SQL, it is really important to know what are the different kind of table formats that SQL Server offers for you. Okay, so hope you people enjoy this video, and please do subscribe my channel, and I will gonna come up with a different set of videos again. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned.